I am hesitant to talk about this topic tonight, but I'm doing this 30-day challenge. It's called an Expose Your Truth Challenge, and we're almost done. I'm on day 28 out of 30, and the prompt for today is like something that is like really, like what's something really kind of raw on your mind that you want to share with people that you think is going to be beneficial for your audience to hear. And clearly from the topic, you can see it's like it's a tricky subject to discuss with the nuances that are available here. But first of all, I am going to be talking about sex. I am going to be talking about orgasms. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, like in kids around or whatever, I mean, we talk about stuff about sexuality with our children. But in any event, just wanted to let you know that's coming. However, so I need to preempt everything I'm going to say that what I am going to share has nothing to do with shame. It has nothing to do with guilt. It has nothing to do with morality. It has nothing to do with right or wrong, a better way to do things or a worse way to do things. But what I want to come out of the closet with here, so to speak, is that there is a possibility that you or someone you know, someone like me, is extremely sensitive to the neurochemical changes that happens when one has an orgasm, such that it can cause mental and emotional disturbances that are quite significant. And it's counter, you hear from all sorts of therapists and coaches and pop psychology, like, orgasms are the best thing for you. It's amazing. You just got to boost up your sex life and everything will be amazing. And I'm not saying that there isn't validity to that. I really, this is a truly nothing to do with saying that any of that is wrong. It may be absolutely right for you. But I also now have had enough experience with myself, with my own personal experience, and working with others to know that some people are very, very sensitive to the changes that go on. It's a big thing. You have an orgasm, you are mobilizing the neurology and the biology and the chemistry that can produce another life. It's a big deal. And there is some theoretical kind of ideas and research out there that says that like that this that in my I'll just tell you what my direct experience of it is that I feel much more closed afterwards. I feel shut down. I feel irritable. I'm very sensitive to noise. I easily get depressed. I have really, really dark thoughts. I feel lethargy. I feel numb. I'm not nearly as willing to connect and be connected with my partner. So these things, and when I look back at all my history of my challenges with mental health, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I've put together the pieces in such a way that I'm like, oh my gosh, it was actually this. This is actually what was going on. Even as a, young teenager and exploring masturbation, which is, again, nothing about morality, guilt, or shame. And trust me, I've done a lot of work to be like, is it because I'm repressed? Is it because I have like Catholic guilt and shame? Is it like because I have beliefs? Is it because I'm too like corked up, or like is there something wrong with me in the way I'm orienting towards it? And I've done that work. I've been a therapist for a long time. I've done the personal work. I've grown in spiritual ways and mental, emotional, and the fact of the matter is that just on a physiological level, it is it messes me up. It messes me up. And I want to share this with you because if you are the type of person that has tried lots of different things, I would try everything, eating well, exercising, meditating, positive attitude, whatever, all the different things. I've done everything. I've been like the most gung ho self help person. Read every book, watch every webinar. Two master's degrees in psychology. I'm a trauma therapist and I'm good at what I do. Breathing exercises, all this stuff, and the piece of the puzzle that was missing was that actually orgasms were activating something in me that does not work for me. And it is very, very noticeable. It's very tangible. It's very challenging for, it's very challenging. And I've wanted it to not be true. I've tried my hardest for it to not be true because, like any other person, it's like having sex, it's great, it's fun, I love it. No need, like, again, no guilt, no shame. I've worked through that stuff. I'm not repressed. I have a loving, well-connected, intimate relationship with my wife. Like that's not what's going on. As much as I've been like, no, it's not going to happen this time. I'm going to breathe through it. I'm just, I'm mentally and emotionally strong enough. I have enough tools to be able to like transform it, even if it does happen. Every single time it gets me. And when I go for a 2 week period without having an orgasm, it's like the sun, it's like the colors come back on in life, and I'm relaxed, and I'm more funny, and I'm more optimistic, and I'm more positive, and I'm much more willing, and I'm much less irritable. I'm not anxious. And I feel like a whole totally different person. And my wife's like, yeah, you're back. Like, wow, nice to see you. And and so I just want to put this out there, and I realize that I just want to put this out there because someone might need to hear it. And if you think maybe this is something that's going on with you and you want to talk, send me a message, send me a private message. Um, and we can see what's going on there. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sex. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with orgasms. I am saying, just like, some people have an allergy to food, like some people are very sensitive to the neurochemistry of orgasm, and that can be a really normal thing. You are healthy. And by the way, when you get past the 2 week period, it's not uncomfortable. You can actually get to a place where you stop really craving them, and you actually feel, and you can still have sexual activity in your life that is actually, in my experience, much more nourishing, feels much more pleasurable. I feel much more alive. I have much more energy. I have much more creativity. I have much more desire for sexuality. It is a different. It is a shift. It is a relearning, and it is and it can be amazing. And I'm not talking about, there's the tantra and all that new age stuff that says, oh, it's bad, don't have orgasms, you're losing your chi or whatever, and like it's bad. I don't care about any of that. There's some validity to some of the spiritual practices that bring sexuality in, but I'm not coming from the place where it's bad or wrong or anything like that. But there are actually tremendous benefits to health, wealth, vitality, creativity, etc., to not having ejaculatory orgasms, and to using sexual energy in a different way that is more um, directed towards building up your immunity, your health, your vitality, your creativity, your spiritual development, etc. So I hope I've communicated this in a way that I'm just really, really, I'm gonna like triple, quadruple beat a dead horse. I'm not laying any trips on anyone for anything they do in the world of consensual sex. I'm just saying this is a possibility, and I have enough self-acceptance and enough self-awareness and enough self-knowledge to know that it doesn't mean that there's anything bad or wrong. In fact, and people have tried to lay those trips on me. Oh, you're just corked up. Oh, you're just repressed. Oh, there's something, no, it's just the way my system works, and I know other people's systems work this way also, and it has been absolutely game changing for some of the people that I work with. Complete game changing, transform their entire life, their entire marriage, from fighting and on the rocks to like absolute like harmony and connection and love and compassion. And I do offer these Relating Revolution groups. This is not like a prerequisite. You don't have to do this. It's one of the topics that we do cover, but we cover a whole range of what is healthy and natural and vital and important in sexuality. And this is just one piece of it. But I'm speaking about this one piece today because it's outside the box. Not a lot of people know about it, and it could be the missing piece of the puzzle to your mental emotional health challenges and your marriage disharmony and fighting and disconnection. All right. Love you all. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Send me a private message. Feel free. Check out the free Hack Your Love Life challenge coming up next Monday. There's a link in the description. And hopefully we'll see you soon. I have 3 more days of these challenges. And love you all. Have a beautiful day.